Hello and welcome back to Rolling with Dave. Today I'm talking about keeping more money in your pocket. That's the name of the game out here. It's not how much you earn, but how much you keep. And one of the ways I do that is by turning as many screws and wrenches as I can to keep my costs down. And one of those ways was replacing my tensioner pulley on the DD15 in my Cascadia. So just one note before we get started. I'm not a mechanic, but I'm comfortable in my skill set in order to do this particular preventive maintenance. This is something that was becoming an issue. I could have let it go on a little bit longer. I just didn't want to be stuck on the side of the road with a busted fan belt with a bad pulley, and who knows what other damage would happen when the belts break. So again, I'm not a mechanic. This is not instructional. This is meant for entertainment purposes only. You have to decide for yourself if this is within your skill set. So as you can hear in the video, the tension pulley or idle pulley is squealing just a little bit, but when I'm on the road I can hear it. So instead of getting stranded on the side of the road, I turn the wheel so that I can gain access to this nice little standing spot inside here. This tube here will come off, so I have better access inside here. Here's the tension pulley here. This whole device here. That'll come out. That's got 3 bolts. The 2 belts will come off first. And then there's an idle pulley up top there. That's going to be changed out. And then there's another one on the other side that I'll change out. And hopefully that'll stop the squeal. We'll find out. Let's take this pipe off first. So a 1/2-inch drive, inserts, and then you push down. That loosens the belt, and then you can take it off. Once you get it loose off and off of all the other pulleys, you feed it through the fan. Until you're all the way off. So for the second belt, you need the 6-inch extension, and that's going to go up there. Here's the Detroit part number. So the second pulley is mounted right there. Which is the right side of the engine, driver side. Now it's installed. Again, you're going to use the number 8 hex drive for those bolts on the pulleys. And now let's talk about the retrofit for the tension pulley. So I called the local dealership in Binghamton, New York to get the tensioner pulleys, and they said they had it in stock. I gave them the last 6 digits of the VIN number and paid for it online. My wife went down and picked it up. So, but apparently it's a retrofit, and it's friction style as opposed to hydraulic. So that's what came out. That's what's going in. And the main difference, besides friction and hydraulic, is that there are the bolts that come off do not go back on. They provide you these shorter bolts. So this is the new friction pulley. New friction pulley, hydraulic pulley. So the bolts that came off of the hydraulic pulley, and then the new bolts. So they're shorter, and you must use these. They have a torque head, and it's a T50. And that's what you use to put in the new friction pulley. And there's the new friction tensioner pulley installed. They changed the location for releasing the tension pulley, the inner one, and then the outer one's still the same back here. So they provide the pins, if you see right there. This one's pre-installed, so you put the big belt on first, which is your AC compressor, your alternator, and I haven't looked on the other side to see what the other one is. Let's see. Okay, so we got the first belt installed. Now we'll go for the smaller belt, outer belt, the fan belt. tension belt is installed. So, the new friction tension pulley is in place. The two idle pulleys are in place. The two new belts are in place. All that's left is to reinstall the turbo tube, airflow from here to here, and here to here, and tighten that down and start her up and see if that alleviated the squeaking. So here's the old hydraulic tensioner pulley. I don't know if you can read the part number there, but this pulley is loose, and that one. Both of these, the fan idle pulley and the fan groove pulley on the tensioner itself, actually have some wobble to it. Not a whole lot, but you can see how the wearing on the idle pulley there is grooving and just not as nice as this pulley over here. So you can see that it was definitely the tensioner pulley, but we're gonna test all of that out here in 2 seconds. We're gonna start the engine up and see if the squeals have gone away. Now, I've kept the two other idle pulleys that are replaced as spare parts, and the two belts, these I'll carry on the truck with me. Now I'll have spare belts in case the worst happens or something, you know. Here's something that flies up and breaks the belt for whatever reason. At least I'll have a spare, or in case somebody else needs a spare on the road, and it's something you can help another driver out with. Doesn't take up much space, just zip tie them. Okay, well, that'll do it for this video. The parts online are relatively close to the dealership price. You're looking at about $350 in parts. And, you know, with the right skill set, you can save yourself some money. If you're not comfortable, don't do it. And if you liked what you saw, if you got any value out of this, felt entertained, please like, comment, subscribe, help out the channel, and help me grow. Thank you.